there, Delmarva. We're so happy you joined us here on Coast Life. We are your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo. Happy hump day. Here we are, halfway through the week. We're doing it.
And it's a beautiful day.
It is. It's almost been like a little chilly the last couple mornings.
Girl, got in my car this morning. I turned the heat on a little bit.
I did turn the AC off, so I don't know if I feel good about that in August.
Okay, so think about it though. Pumpkin spice lattes and football are around the corner.
They are. I'm glad you said around the corner because
Yes.
I know a lot of people heard pumpkin spice and just immediately saw red.
They're gonna be like, Paige, stop trying to rush
Too soon. Yeah.
Okay, I said around the corner, just to keep the glass half full.
Yeah.
About what's coming our way.
I like that.
Thank you.
But it is, we are halfway through the week.
Yes.
It's still summer. Summer is one of our favorite times for food because food just tastes better when it's nice outside, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anything tastes better when it's like nice. You're outside, maybe with the water, an umbrella. Yeah, always.
Mm-hmm. And with a setting like that, you'd think it would be hard to get menu anxiety. But 3 in 10 adults actually say that they get anxious when it comes to ordering food at a restaurant.
I believe it.
I believe it too because I hate to admit it, but I actually do. Like I genuinely...
You get menu anxiety.
Well, so not so much at like an actual sit-down restaurant, but like ordering coffee off a menu somewhere where like everybody's in a hurry. I'm like, I don't want to be that guy that gets up to the line and I don't know what I want to order because it holds everyone's day up. I get mad at that guy, so I'm like, I don't want to be that guy, but I always forget my glasses. I can never see the menu. I'm always like, oh no. Like it's just, I feel the blood start rushing as soon as I walk in. And so I'm like, I love it if they have an online menu that I can pull up like at the back of the line. So I'm like, I can rehearse.
Funny.
But I genuinely would like go over in my head, like, okay, what am I ordering? I want a medium iced coffee. And so that way when I got up, I nailed it.
See, I don't get menu anxiety, but I understand you because I have friends who do. A lot of, I'm not going to say a lot of my friends, but a handful of them. If we go out to dinner, they have to know where we're eating beforehand because they want to look up the menu and pick everything out ahead of time. They want to know what they're eating, what they're drinking, an appetizer, like everything.
Yeah, I guess it's like a sit-down restaurant where like you're with your friends or your loved ones, you're out and like you've got conversation to kind of fill those gaps. You got time to look up, like it's just a more relaxed setting.
Sure.
But yeah, it's any of those like quick orders, like on the go, like a walk in, walk out, fast food scenario, that's where I get the worst. Like, I'm like, oh no.
Maybe I should have menu anxiety
The
though.
drive-through, I can never see the menu on a drive-through. Yes, it has to be an order that like I know I'm familiar with if I'm going to order from the drive-through because I can't see.
See, I feel like maybe I wish I don't wish. I bet others wish I had menu anxiety because I'll sit there all day at the drive-through like, I need a second. 1 second.
And I'm that guy behind you that's like, hurry up, know what you're getting.
I'll ask questions at the coffee shop. I don't care. So, but hey, if you have menu anxiety, you're not alone.
Well, maybe I just need to take a breath and slow down. Like that's also the other possibility. But I just do. I think I'm used to a little bit of a faster pace.
That's
and
fair.
I'm like, I don't want to be that guy that holds everybody up.
That's okay. You get to an age when you just stop caring. Just kidding.
I'm older than you.
I know.
But another thing that we saw that's been trending, we've been talking about the Barbie movie a lot, but it seems like the Barbie movie has also cropped up a couple of other forgotten dolls of the past. Like I know they're making a Polly Pocket movie.
Yes.
And I've heard whispers of a Bratz movie, but I think before we even get to that, Kylie Jenner has, I don't know if she's like formally teamed up with Bratz. I mean, I guess she has.
It has.
Because her image is attached. They've actually made like little mini Kylie Jenner Bratz dolls.
I love it. And when I first heard about this, because surprisingly, Kylie hasn't really posted, not that I've seen, on her Instagram or anything like that. Maybe
Which is
that'll
unusual
change.
for her.
It is. So I'm wondering why she's not promoting this more, but Bratz put it on their Instagram. And at first I was like, well, and this is no offense to Kylie because I want to look like her, but like she does have that kind of Bratz look to her.
I mean, I think the Bratz dolls, they did it first, man.
They did.
Kylie's been trying to be a Bratz doll for a long time.
The plump lips, the dramatic eye makeup.
Yeah.
And that's cool. It's all good. I like that. I think she looks great. She pulls it off. But at first I was like, eh. But if you've seen it, they're cute. They copied her Met Gala looks, and it's amazing.
They are. They're cute.
I want them.
I know.
The purple outfit one is so cute.
Yeah, I know. Some of her Versace ones are cute too. Like yep.
It's kind of a cool flex that with everything going on with the Barbie world right now, Kylie, it's such a Kylie move to be like, I'm gonna have a Bratz doll.
It is such a
Kylie move. I kind of like it. I respect it. Yeah, and I would get the doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just
they
to have
are cute.
it. Yeah.
They are.
On my desk or something.
It would be cute. Yeah, a little desk accessory.
Yeah, I'm down with it. Now I want a Bratz doll of myself.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we've got one more question for you before we dive into the show. Well, this one got us thinking downstairs while we were prepping for this. If you had to be 100% honest. No lying, no little white lies, all honesty for a whole week. Could you make it?
If you had asked me this a year ago, no. But something has flipped as of late, and I think I could do it.
Yeah.
I think I could. I think there's such to get all deep, right? There's such a thing now where if you're honest, it can be, oh, well, you're too mean. You can be honest and not be blunt and mean.
Yes, you can still soften the blow and be honest. And
I think I could do it.
I think it would increase a lot of vocabularies if we all had to still honestly dance around something, but rather, because it does say you don't have to be blunt.
Yeah, you can
just
be
honest. You can be kind and honest.
I think I could actually do it.
Yeah.
I sat before we started shooting and I'm like, how many lies do I
Even when
tell?
people are like, hey, how you doing? And you're like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
So what if you're not good?
I would be like, I'm doing poor.
That's good.
Yeah.
See, maybe we need more of that. Maybe we should try this challenge.
I kind of like it. And then if someone says why, you can just be honest. You can say, I don't really want to talk about it.
That's true, man. Polite society has really ruined us.
I know. See, we're nervous about telling someone how good we're doing.
Exactly.
Do you think you could do it?
I want to say yes.
Yeah.
And I think I'm getting better at curbing some of just the little white lies that make people feel, or when it is something that you don't want to get into it. So you're like, oh yeah, everything's good.
I think any white lie I tell, not any, but most, would be to make other people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I think that is it.
So I think stopping doing that, I bet that's something I've been trying to do is stop doing that.
It's better for your own peace of mind.
I think so, yeah.
I think so too.
Try it. Well, I don't want to get anyone in trouble at work or anything. Someone's going to be like, I'm going to tell my boss how it is.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Don't do that.
Then just have them email us, team@coastlife.com.
You said to be honest.
You said to be honest, Dan.
Not that honest.
Not that honest, exactly. I think you can still apply if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. That probably counts as honesty.
Perfect. And we can do it. Let us know. We'll have that question up on our Facebook. Let us know.
Yeah.
You can do it for a week.
Good to do it. Well, we've got a great show coming your way today. We are taking a stop near the Lewes Library to check out the little Red Caboose.
And we have a very special guest coming in. We're talking to a local artist.
And our field correspondent, Maya Henry, is going to be taken to the boardwalk to get more of your input on the show. And we're going to be asking you what's some advice you would give your younger self. All that and more is headed your way when Coast Life gets back.
Coast Life is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, and Shelburne.
On Coast Life, you know we love celebrating pretty much all things Coastal Delmarva, and part of that is the upcoming Peach Festival in Berlin. Here to tell us more about this awesome event is Melissa Reed with Taylor House Museum. Welcome.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for being here. So we're talking peaches. Tell me a little bit about the Peach Festival. What is it? Why is it important to our area?
Sure, that's a great question. The Peach Festival is the fundraiser put on by the Taylor House Museum in Berlin. This is our 15th year, and it really celebrates the agricultural history of our area. Berlin, Maryland, at one point in about the early 1900s, was the home of the largest fruit orchard mail order company in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, the Harrison Nurseries. And our former curator, Susan Taylor, who had been with the museum for about 30 years, she just retired last year. She was doing some research using the Harrison papers that we have at the museum, and came across a photograph of a peach festival that had happened at the Harrison Orchards in about 1910, possibly.
Oh, how cool.
And so we were looking, well, at that point, this is before I got there, but they were looking for a signature event, to be a fundraiser for the museum. So about 15 years ago, the Peach Festival was started, and we're still going with it today.
I love it. A lot of people, you think peaches. Most people think Georgia, but actually peaches are pretty popular in our area, right?
Absolutely, yes. And like I said, the Harrisons, they had acres and acres and acres of peach trees, and they actually shipped the peaches from Berlin up north to Philadelphia, Boston, places like that.
Yeah, so what can families who are looking to attend the Peach Festival expect when they get there?
Oh, sure, we've got lots of great things this year. We have the Belinkie Duo, so live music. The Belinkie Duo plays in Ocean City and around the Berlin area. We have a magician, Magic Jack, who'll be there performing. We have kids' games on the north side of the lawn. And this year we're really beginning to shift the focus of the Peach Festival more towards a food festival.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, this area certainly has a lot of agriculture. So we will have cooking demonstrations by local chef Phil Cropper. We've back by popular demand actually is our peach. It'll be a cupcake eating contest this year. Yeah, in the past it was a peach pie eating contest. So we'll have a kids contest, an adult contest for that. We will have a peach pit guessing contest. We've got a big jar
Okay.
of peach pits. That they also win a prize for that. And we also have our peach pie baking contest.
Nice.
So we currently have 9 people. We can take up to 12, but we have 3 judges who are be judging those peach pies. And we have a first,
lucky
second.
judges.
Yeah. We have a first, second, and third prize winner for that. And then we have lots of nonprofits. Lots of food for sale. The Lions Club sells hamburgers and hot dogs, and we have barbecue chicken for sale this year, and the proceeds for that actually will be going to help restore a local African American historic cemetery.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and Berlin, I think if you've never been to Berlin before, you're really missing out. It's every time I've been to visit, I think last time I was there was for the bathtub races.
Yes.
It's such a unique and neat little town, and it's really artsy too. There's a
Yes.
lot of artists that make up Berlin, and I think one of my favorite things about events there is it really feels like sort of that more old-fashioned small town community that you see. So events like this, especially on the heels of the pandemic, everybody's looking to get out, everybody's looking to socialize. Events like this really do bring our communities together.
Absolutely, and I think one great thing about Berlin is exactly what you're saying, and the Taylor House Museum is a piece of that sort of restoration and renovation of Berlin. And in the early 80s, there was a big push to restore Berlin back to what it had looked like probably in about the 1890s. So the Taylor House Museum was renovated, also the Atlantic Hotel right there in the middle
Yep.
of town. So we are proud to be part of that sort of community of Berlin that has come together to make Berlin what it is today. So the Taylor House Museum is excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
We also have peaches for sale. I forgot to say that. We
Nice.
will have peaches for sale. Yeah, it is our largest fundraiser, so we hope everybody comes out and buy some peaches, peach slushies. Baked Desserts has their table on the lawn. We also have Chesapeake Bay Farms is coming back with their peach ice cream. So everything peach flavored.
It's going to be a great and delicious time.
Absolutely.
So give us the when and where, Melissa.
Sure. It is this Saturday, so that's August 5th, from 10 to 3. We have 100 crates of peaches this year because we usually run out. So this year we are hoping to have peaches for sale all the way until 3. But if you check out our website, taylorhousemuseum.org, the events are there. We're also on Instagram, and we've been posting our schedule. So come on out, it'll be great.
Awesome. It is going to be great. And, summer is not over yet. So if you're looking to make the most of your summer plans, make sure you check it out. But we've got more Coast Life for you on the way. Here on Coast Life, we love exploring all the cool things to do along coastal Delmarva. And we also love living pieces of history.
Yes.
That's why our field correspondent, Maya Henry, is checking out the Little Red Caboose in Lewes.
Attention all history buffs. If you're looking for something to add to your list of historical facts, we actually have something right in the heart of Lewes to keep you right on track. So David, tell me a little bit about how this Red Caboose began. It's like right in the middle of the library. Like, how did it get here? It didn't always start here, correct?
No, it didn't. The Lewes Junction Railroad and Bridge Association was formed to interpret the railroad history and preserve some of the railroad history right here in Lewes. The first thing that we did was actually save the historic swing bridge, which went across the canal. A lot of your people have seen that, I'm sure, where they lifted the bridge up and put it alongside the bike trail. Well, we were the ones that got that going. It's also part of our mission was also to preserve a piece of the railroad track that once ran through the town of Lewes. This track would have gone all the way from Georgetown to Cape Henlopen State Park at Fort Miles. So when they were getting ready to decommission the rail line, we came forward and said, can we help save this? And that's how the track got here. As part of that mission, we purchased this caboose from the last operating rail line that was here.
Okay.
It's called the Delaware Coastline. We purchased the caboose and we decided that we were going to refurbish it and restore it cosmetically so that people could come and see what it looks like inside of caboose. We started that project in Georgetown.
Okay.
And in December of last year, we picked the caboose up, brought it over here, set it back down on the tracks, and finished our restoration. And today, that's what you see right here.
So how did you get it? You said it started in Georgetown. How did you get it all the way over here? I knew it took some manpower to get it here.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the caboose weighs 26 tons. You have to take it off of its wheels, which we did. The whole red box comes up and the wheels stay. You then put the red box on a truck and you drive it down Route 9. The wheels go on a separate truck and they come behind it. When we got over to here, there were cranes waiting for us. They lifted the black wheels off and set them down, and then the cranes lifted off the red box part and set it down back on top of the wheels.
All right, that sounds like it took some time.
It took some time.
So tell me why you wanted it to come here instead of staying at Georgetown. What was the big purpose of placing it right in the middle of right in front of the Lewes Library?
Okay, so this is the center of our mission. This is called the Junction. This is where the Breakwater Junction track would have gone off to Rehoboth. And this is the important rail line that brought the goods in or the goods back out off of the Delaware Bay. And this is where the center of the activity was in Lewes. So to preserve for the city the importance of the railroad, that's why we restored the track and its location here. And that's why we put the caboose on. We have plans now in the works to move a steam locomotive, which has already been donated to us. It's in Wilmington, waiting for us to raise the money to bring the steam locomotive and put it there as a complement to the Red Caboose. So that's where we are currently. 1913 steam locomotive.
So the whole purpose of this is you guys have some tours. Am I able to take a tour now?
Sure.
All right.
We'd be more than happy to show you inside.
All right, let's go take a look. As you can see, the flag is already up, which means it's time to go look inside. All right, David, so you said you have a history of trains. What got you here?
I've worked all my life pretty much in Wilmington for the Wilmington and Western Railroad, which is a tourist railroad, operates steam locomotives, vintage equipment. I'm very familiar with these kinds of cabooses and restorations that it takes to do that. So when I retired, I came down here and got interested in what they were doing to preserve this piece of track and the caboose. And that's how I got involved again. Now I'm in Lewes doing it.
Nice. So would you say this is kind of like your passion? You're really passionate as you talk about it.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's pretty obvious. I really believe in this. This is a piece of history.
Nice.
What we're trying to do here is really give history a chance to be preserved and let children, moms, dads, the community, visitors to come and see how important the railroad was and why it was even put here in the beginning.
Right, and I see you have pictures all around the caboose. Can we start with like some historical facts or some historical pieces that are really important to this caboose?
Sure, we can. When the volunteers, actually, again, the caboose was built in 1917, and when we started to come in here to do our restorations and cleanup work, we found that the old wood, which is what this is still the original wood, and all we did was clean it very carefully and then repaint it, rather than take everything out and make it look brand new.
Right. So, you said you restored the wood. Is there anything else that's really been restored, or did you try to keep it as historical as possible?
It is as close to historically accurate as can be.
Nice.
Okay. The bunks and the foot lockers are all original, and the crew and staff of the train would have slept on these.
Oh my.
And they would have cooked their meals on this heater combination stove, which is right here. This is oil fired. There would have been a fire in here, and you could cook on this. As the train was traveling down the tracks, this is its only source of heat.
Oh my
so
goodness.
With 2, maybe 3 people in this caboose in the dead of winter, it would have been very important to have this thing in perfect working order. It gets cold in here. As you can see, donated to us was an original Pennsylvania Railroad issued coffee cup.
Wow.
As was the lamp that you see on the wall, which is an original Pennsylvania Railroad caboose lantern.
So I see there's like lights already in here. So these lights were not a part of its original design.
They are not.
Okay.
These lights that you see that look much more modern, and the switches are an add-on or an aftermarket, we could say.
Got
It
you.
was put in here probably by the Conrail. So the Pennsylvania Railroad merges with the New York Central, which becomes Penn Central. Penn Central eventually goes out of business, and that becomes Conrail. So this caboose started as red, probably at one point was green for the Penn Central, and then went to blue, and now it's red again.
So it all changes depending on who owns it at that time, all
That's
the colors.
Correct. That's correct. Each one of the railroad lines would have had their specific colors so that they were distinguished between the other rail lines that they were operating with.
All right, nice. And the whole purpose here is because you guys have something really cool happening this weekend.
That's correct. We have, now that the caboose is finished and we've got a lot of the materials in place and we can tell our story, we're going to start opening the caboose to the public. This is the first time.
Wow.
This Sunday from 10 to 2, we will have the flag flying, and you can come in, bring your family, and listen to why the caboose was important, ask some questions, learn a little bit of the history and where the rail lines ran here in Lewes and on to Rehoboth and why it was so important to Sussex County.
All right, and will you be leading the tours?
I probably will be, unfortunately. I'm always here. But no, I enjoy it, and I like to talk with people, and I'm going to be helping to train some of the new people that are going to be in here working so that they can get a little background on how it's done.
All right, guys, so if you're interested in a nice little piece of history, David can walk you through this weekend. There's more Coast Life.
Coast Life, and we know that we had quite a bit of rain and severe storms and all kinds of wacky weather out there.
When it rains, it pours around here.
Yes, it does. And that's why you got to make sure that your crawl space is in tip-top shape because you don't want any damage under the house that maybe you're just ignoring because you can't see it every day.
I'm a little worried from a crawl space. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea.
Well, don't be, because we know somebody that can make sure your crawl space is in perfect condition. And that's why Katie Zarilli from our sister show, Delmarva Life, is checking out our friends at DryTech.
Summertime is about to begin. Get ready for sunny skies, whimsical waves, enchanted evenings, and a sweating crawl space.
Everything's going to get balmy and sticky, and your crawl space is going to get balmy and sticky too.
Austin Ireland is the president of DryTech Crawl Space Solutions. He says the closer you are to the coast, the more concerns he has for your crawl space.
The closer to the water you are, the more you're going to have to deal with water-related problems like high humidity. So if you're over by the beach, yep. Plus what you have when you get close to the beach is you have salt in the air, so there's salt in that humidity as well. That's what really causes that sticky feeling, but also it's more corrosive too, to the unders of your house, the crawl space, your pipes, your electrical wires, all that.
Those who have second homes here need to be especially vigilant.
If you have a second home here on the Eastern Shore, stay on it. Keep it dry. Keep it dry. When you come back here, it's going to smell like grandma's basement. That's fine. Get it aired out. If you're really worried about it, call a professional, call a DryTech, call a crawl space company, call somebody, get a second opinion, but you keep it dry.
Even though it's under the house, there are ground level giveaways that something's wrong.
Some telltale signs inside your house would be to keep an eye on leather products like purses, leather shoes, belts, things that are in a closet and they're an organic food source, they're not disturbed. They'll start to accumulate mold over time. That's another telltale sign.
When the signs show up, it's best to act, according to Austin.
If you keep ignoring it, long term, that moisture will eventually result in mold, and that mold will turn to rot. We're talking decades. We're talking 10, 20, 15, 50 years, could be 100 years.
So the team at DryTech can help you prevent that problem. Austin paints us a picture of what the process looks like from that first phone call.
The very first thing you're going to encounter is Jessica. She's our operations director. She fields all the phone calls. She gets everybody where they need to be. When we're on our way to your house, you're going to get a text message. It says, hey, Austin's on his way to you. Give you a window. I think it's a 1 hour window. Has a picture of me, bright shiny face. You know who's coming. When we get there, we'll assess your crawl space, let you know what we found. And also, you don't have to be there. If you're a working professional and the crawl space entrance is on the outside of the home, we can do our thing and follow up with you afterwards as well.
He likes to get estimates to homeowners within 1 business day, and those estimates will be as honest as it gets.
Our code of ethics here at DryTech, we will not, we are fully transparent. We will tell you we will say you do not need that. We will tell you, you do not need us. Call us back in 5 years and we'll just make sure it hasn't gotten any worse. I've had that conversation.
Austin's also honest about his pricing.
We're not the cheapest. We're on the upper tier. But it's more than just a crawl space. I know it just sounds like a crawl space, but really it's about the service and how we take care of you and how transparent we are and about that relationship. about working together. That's you pay for that service.
He's so serious about you having stellar service that they have both a price match guarantee and a done right guarantee.
That's our thing. That's our niche thing right there. We're gonna make sure the job's done right. It is what it is. It is what we say it is.
Top tier treatment, so below your house is at its best.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Dry Tech Crawl Space Solutions.
Here on Coast Life, you know that we love introducing you to all the incredibly talented and wonderful artists that are in our area all along coastal Delmarva. Joining us, not in the studio, but outside on such a gorgeous day, is Ashley DeMaglio. Now, you've been part of the Delaware Artist Collaboration, which is a group of artists here around the Delaware beaches. How long have you been part of this group?
It actually hasn't been that long. I kind of found it and I was like, you know what, I'm going to join this. So, I mean, a lot of amazing things are coming out of it. So it's probably been a few months now.
Yeah. So how long have you been painting? Is that usually your medium?
Yeah, I use acrylics. I've been doing paint for a very long time, ever since I was a young kid. I mean, I think every kid picks up crayons and thinks, let's create something. So probably since I was a little kid.
So we have a couple of pieces here just behind us. I mean, you brought tons of amazing, beautiful artwork, but we put 3 of them on display. Tell me a little bit about some of these pieces and maybe how long it normally takes you to paint something, or how much goes into these.
Yeah, well, first things first, I'm a really messy painter.
Same.
So I get paint everywhere. And everybody's like, why don't you put everything down? Or so it doesn't take me very long to paint at all. Probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Like this was probably 2 hours.
Yeah.
I went to Cape Hanalopin and I kind of started looking at all their beautiful lighthouses and I was like, you know what, I'm going to paint them. So I started painting lighthouses to start when I first moved here. And then my herons actually live in my backyard. Aww. So I just started painting them. Yeah. And I just absolutely just sit at the ocean and I just paint. I'll just set up my easel and I'll paint. I think that's a common thing you hear with a lot of artists in our areas, that there's so many things that really capture the eye, whether it's the wildlife or the scenery. Definitely. Is there something in particular that you really enjoy painting the most? It would definitely have to be the blue herons. Yeah. It's actually extremely popular in the area. Everybody loves them. Mm-hmm. Every art show I go to, it's like, oh, where are your blue herons? Yeah. So, and the best part is that I get a live view outside my window. Yeah. So I just sit there out at my dining room window and I just paint them all the time. So I would have to say they're probably my most favorite to paint. People who may be interested in acquiring your artwork, where can they find you? How can they get a hold of some of your pieces? Sure, you could just look me up. I have a few Facebook pages. Mm-hmm. Art by Ashley Jeannie or Jean. And you've also have set up at DAC's night market before. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that and what opportunity that creates for maybe both artists who may be looking for a space there as well as folks looking to shop art. Sure. So I actually had reached out to them because there is a wait list that you can get onto. And I just kind of, it was like a lucky thing where I woke up one morning and they were like, hey, you're on a wait list. Would you like to come in? So I'm like, yes. So I just went and drove there. I didn't know what I was doing. I was talking to all the vendors are extremely, like, they know what's up and how they're going to set up everything. Nice. So I kind of was like just a one thing that I just entered into and I got into. And now I'm on the wait list so I can go any Monday. They do Monday and Fridays. Well, I know that Ashley, you also lead paint nights from time to time. So Ashley's actually going to lead Paige and I in a little painting demonstration when we get back. So don't go anywhere. You're watching Coast Life, and before the break, we met Ashley, a local artist, and now you said that you lead some paint nights. So you're actually going to kind of walk me and Paige through a painting. What are we painting today? We're going to paint an ocean with a beach umbrella. Ooh. We can add a little something if you want. Okay, fun. Yeah. I'm so excited. So how do we start? All right, so we're going to take the bright blue, which is this one. Okay. And the really great thing about this is that you can create with a lot of people like to use the best paints, but you can just get like 50-cent paints. I mean, honestly. So you're gonna take this, and this is a really great technique. So we're just gonna make lines across our canvas. So we're gonna start at the top corner of the left, and from left to right, you're just gonna go very light. So I'm talking like a drip, a line. So not like a lot of paint. Well, that's okay. So we need to make a coastline right now. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna take the dark blue. Okay, so the coastline should basically, or the horizon, should never be like in the middle because it kind of brings off the perspective. So you, right underneath this blue line, and I mean this is like light, just do like light. And if it dots out, that's okay, because it's gonna go straight across. So now we're gonna do white. So we're gonna take the white, get the white, and right underneath that coastline, we're gonna do white. Yeah. And then we're gonna do right above that blue, another, because that's, you know how like the clouds and the ocean meet? Yeah. You're gonna do that too. So now the last, well, we do have to do the orange, but we're gonna make the sand. You're gonna do the light blue again. Yeah, so we're gonna stop right here, and we have a sponge. Now you actually can take it like your kitchen sponge, and you can just like cut it. Okay. You don't need any special artist sponge or anything. Now, from left to right, like how we did our lines, we're basically gonna stamp the top left corner with our sponge with the green side up, because that's the scrubbing side. All right, and you're just gonna kind of just swiftly move it across, pick it up, and do it again. So you wanna fill in the white spaces, so just go ahead and fill that in. And then you see how like your sponge already has like the sky kind of mix on it? You're gonna go back up and kind of blend it across. And you can just keep blending and you'll get this really beautiful blue.
This is really pretty.
See that? Okay. And once you get your horizon, we put our sponge to the side and we take the white and the orange. Okay. You're gonna make like a happy smile.
Good, because I just splattered paint.
Yeah, you're good.
Good. You cover it
So
up.
make a happy smile. So then we're gonna take the white.
Okay.
So we take the white and we do the same thing. You go right underneath or on top, it doesn't matter. Just go happy again with the white. There you go. So from the smile, see, you know how like the bank of like when you walk into the dunes or anything, it's kind of like you're going into an oasis of beauty?
Yes.
So you're gonna take your sponge, either the left or right, doesn't matter. You just make like a happy smile and you bring it back and forth. And as you do this, you'll notice the blue kind of drags into it. Bring some of that in. Back and forth. Make some gritty sand there too. And don't worry, being messy is the best. Okay, so now we're gonna draw on our umbrella. Okay, so you're gonna see that, the teal blue. It's called Key West actually. Okay, so on the left, up where the ocean is, because you want to see the umbrella, you're gonna make, now I don't like to say it, but the sad face. Because that's gonna be your umbrella. Yes. There you go. And then we kind of make the bottom, and you just kind of do like more upside down you, and you connect. Very good. And you could actually make this umbrella bigger, smaller, and what you do is where you made those little points, you're gonna just connect to the top. And then you just kind of take your brush and you kind of do a little, wipe it off a little bit. Yeah, wipe it off a little bit. And then I gave you guys like a little green, so mix that up a little bit. And then you can go in with the green and kind of pull the white or the actual blue from the background, and then the teal into your umbrella. When you get a chance, you want to put like, it's in the sand, so it's going to be on a slant. So wherever you want, you just make a slant into the sand. Now you want like a little blanket, so you're going to go in with your teal. And you just kind of put like a little stand area. You just go back and forth on the bottom. It's like you have to make a base. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. Good, okay, the best part, we get to make the waves.
Okay.
Yay. So you wanna get a lot of white onto the top. Like, it's not like glob, but it's kind of like a lot where it's covering the whole top of your brush. And then we're just from left to right, very small. It's almost like you're making like connecting lines, but you lift and you drag. You lift and you drag.
Fun. That's really all there is to it, huh?
Yeah, well, you could always add like grass or dunes on the bottom. You can add like shells. You could like spend a lot of time on this if you wanted to, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Simple
painting. Here we go.
Okay, I do feel like an artist.
Yeah, at the end, you always have to sign it on the bottom.
Oh,
though. Yeah, that officially makes you like the artist of your painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and they sign my name, and whoever wants to buy it, have it in their living room.
Awesome. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for
Thank you
coming
for
out
having
and
me.
telling us about you, your art, and teaching us some of your ways.
Yeah.
So fun.
Thanks, guys.
Well, don't go anywhere because we do have a little bit more Coast Life headed your way.
You're watching Coast Life, and we know that we love it's your show too. You know, it's not just us out here. We love to hear from you all the time, and that's why we sent our field correspondent Maya Henry to get your answers to questions like this.
Okay.
We're asking you today, what is advice that you would give your younger self?
How much time do we have, Leah? Don't date that boy. Don't go to that one party. Stop talking so much. Like, don't wear that outfit. Stop trying to wear lipstick that color. So much.
See, I feel like a lot of that is also just part of growing up. You
It
have to
is.
go through those experiences. I think advice I would give to my younger self would be, you don't have to be good at something to enjoy it. You can just enjoy it. Like, you don't have to be an expert. If you're not good at it in the first 10 seconds, keep trying, like practice.
You always have good answers.
No, I don't know. Not as good as yours though.
No.
And that's why Maya Henry is getting your answers on the boardwalk.
All right, Ron, this is a silly question, but what is something that your parents made you believe that was real, or is kind of silly that as you're an adult today?
Probably the tooth fairy. Yeah. Any mystical creature that might be lurking in the background doing mysterious things.
Okay, so have you told your kids the same thing, or are you just straight away from it?
No, we definitely incorporated that through childhood. That was definitely a thing, but it had its time and place.
Probably playing music loud at night is illegal. But yeah.
How'd you figure out it wasn't illegal? What was the age that you said, all right, this is not what they said it was?
I guess when I got a car.
How about you, Jay? What is something silly?
Santa Claus, I mean, like, I always thought Santa was a real guy coming down the chimney, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought he'd be that guy delivering all those presents, make me happy. Until like one day on Christmas, my brother told me, he's like, look man, Santa ain't real. I was like, you're joking, right? He's like, nah bro, look. And it turned out it was just my grandpa in disguise the whole time.
Wait, did your grandpa dress up in everything?
Yup. Yeah, he would like act it out and everything, make it like seem like it was real too. They had like little elves and everything too. So sad.
Wait, well that's actually sweet though. He was a real team player though.
He was.
Would you do the same things for your kids whenever you decide to have them?
Oh, of course. 100%. I put a pillow on my stomach and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'd even come down the chimney. I could probably fit down the chimney. Low-key, I would do that.
So as a kid, I think like a lot of kids, I like to roll down the windows and put my arms out and stuff. And so what my parents told me when I was little was that if we drove by a truck driver, if my arms were hanging out the window, that the truck driver would grab my arm and rip it off.
Okay, so obviously you got two arms.
So I still got it.
So where did your parents get that belief? Did they just not like you cruising outside the window?
Yeah, I think they wanted me to keep my hands inside the vehicle at all times. Yeah.
And what age did you find out that was no longer true at all?
I'm not sure, probably around 10.
You said you're a teacher, right? Do you tell your students the same thing, or it's not even something you keep carrying on?
No, that's a lie. I don't want to propagate that as an educator. I want to foster intelligence, and so I tell my kids to go nuts out the window whenever they can. It's more fun.
Don't miss any of your favorite Coast Life moments. Hang out with us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're there. And don't forget, you can find full episodes of Coast Life at coastlife.com. There's more Coast Life on the way.
Immerse yourself and experience Lord's Mercantile in our award-winning garden center. Venture our 5 acres and find a wide variety of plants and much more. For 45 years, our sales team has helped our customers find exactly what they want. While you're here, visit Lord's Mercantile next door. We carry a wide variety of gifts, home decor, treats, and more. From trendy to classic, we have something for everyone. Check us out online and on social media. Shop and sign up for the Lord's Loyalty Program and join our Lord's family today.
Calling all local businesses. This fall, it's time to shine at Draper Media's Shore Living Expo, a free event for visitors. Join us Saturday, September 30th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center, presented by Spicer Brothers and Pohanka of Salisbury. Extend your reach, showcase your products, and build relationships that matter. The Shore Living Expo, where you can shine as we celebrate health, wealth, and home. Sign up to be a vendor today. Visit WBOCEvents.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
Hey, are you the bath guy? Are you licensed and insured? I believe you're looking for us.
At Peninsula Bath, we're your local pros for bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, customer focus, and competitively priced. Ask about our free shower door upgrade and our neediest bathroom contest.
Thank you, Peninsula Bath.
Performing out of space?
Yes, next July.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I can't change these plans.
We're stealing in the sun next summer. Heist of a lifetime.
The Olympics.
Come on, you in?
Roman Reigns will defend his title against anyone, anytime. Except next July.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
All right, Delmarva, if you woke up today a loser, you're actually a winner.
Yeah!
Surprisingly, well, not so surprisingly, we all woke up today losers because no one won the Mega Millions.
Darn it.
Darn it.
Can't believe it wasn't us.
It's in the billion range.
What are you doing with billions?
God, so much. So much.
You'll never see me.
Here I am, I'd be like, I'll write you a fat check, Leah. And she's like, peace out.
Bye.
No, but we are all still winners because if you take your losing Mega Millions ticket to Krispy Kreme today, they feel sorry for you, so they're going to give you a donut.
Nice. And they got good donuts, too.
Gosh, they do. More places should do that.
I think so, too.
Mm-hmm.
But don't forget to get your lottery tickets tonight.
Yes.
Because we also learned that statistically, Delaware is the luckiest state when it comes to lottery winnings.
I don't believe it, but I'll take it.
I don't know that I believe it either, but I'm just saying.
I'll take it. That sounds good to me.
You don't know unless you try.
You know who wins too much? California.
They do win a lot.
Gosh, it's like when you saw Tom Brady win the Super Bowl over and over and over. You're like, I get it, you're good.
And then finally the Eagles took him down. Remember that?
God.
Remember that?
No, I don't care. Goodbye, everybody. Just kidding. Show's over.
Yes.
I'll take it back. I'm not giving you my check. Anyways.
We always have tons of fun with you.
Yes, we do. Go get your Krispy Kreme because I know you didn't win. And we will share our wealth with you.
Yes, we'll share our winnings.
Maybe not the money, but our wealth of fun things to do around Delmarva, as we do every day at 4 o'clock.
Yes. But it is about that time for us to wrap things up as we get